Osionigod, galele jagedo kohig we blevins damadon hia jalagi na kine RSU TV we gonna new go nug school ka go gine jalagi de lo coste. Welcome. I'm very happy to be here. This is Cherokee 4 here on RSU TV. Today is our 47th Cherokee lesson, I believe, so we only have a couple lessons left. And as you know, we've been working our way through the comics that were written in 1975 that were done as a part of the Cherokee Bilingual Literacy Program, which was really, in my opinion, was kind of ahead of its time. I mean, it was really kind of doing things that the world wasn't ready for, you know, and so we're so fortunate to have all of those resources available to us to be able to come back now and make use of those. So we're going to make the best use that we possibly can out of them. So today, what I would like to do is I would like to review in its entirety the lesson we did last time, the comic that we read through last time, and then we'll do a short one today. So because we're very nearly at the end, I want you to concentrate less, I guess, on acquiring lots and lots of new language and really just cement what we have. So to that end, I'm going to read what we did last time a few times. I'll take my time because if I remember correctly, some of the words were really hard for me to say. And but all I want you to do is I want you to listen to them, pay attention to them. You can read along with if you like, if you want to work on your reading skills, or you can just sit and listen and try to follow along with what the story is doing. So come, Idelena, talagi idimoni. Okay, so again, as you know, we're doing Siyo, Ale, Losi. Okay. Siyo, Losi no, Atli Lisa, Unagi Sesti. Hey, Gini Goni Yogi, Digina Didi. Usquanik dika, usti kla, yigini yesti, adlohi ha. Sis gatli hawu, klada, gano gawu heno, adan te nuska, nigusti. No wuta negata degu go tanona. Negata da digu tanona yaguaneti kohi ega. Agaita gesa hia negata dajile sanoni. No leno e doda jula sulo doda gala sutlani doda gala sutlan. No lena gaskila doda giskalji agaliskano Dogali sole tlidole. Sina awadlana da dehest eti Utlana de Gigoli no kuno da Gilan Osta ni dugadiskan ige sesti Siga da Jayohu sele. And then, of course, at the end it says al squat, which means the end, right? Al squat. Okay. So, were you able to follow along? Did you know what was going on as we read through this? If you can remember. I'm going to read through it again. We'll do it maybe 3 times, okay? And again, just either you can read along with or you can just listen. Okay? Siyo lo seno a tli lisa unagi sesti. He ginigoni yogi digina di. Usquanik ka ustitla yigini yeste adlohi ha. Sis katli hakwa klada ganigawu hen ganka wu heno adante nuska nigaste. No wata nikata degu go tanon nigata degu tanon yagwanete kohi ega agata gesa hia nikata dajile sanoni dajile sonani. Nolena e doda jula sulo do dungala sutlan do dugala sutlani. Nolena gaskila do da giskalji agaliskano Dagalisole clidole. Sina awadlana da deheste eji utlana da jigoli ye. Noguno da jilan Dajitlan, that's how probably we would say it today. Osta nidukatiskana ige sesti. Siga dajayohu sele. Okay? So one more time, we'll go through it. Siyo lo sino atli lisa unagi sesti. He gingoni yogi digina di. Uskoniktika ustitla yigini yesti adlohi ha. Sis gatli hawa tlada gankawu heno udante nuska ni gusti. No wata nigada degu tanona. Nigada degu tanon Yagwane ti kohiga. Agayita gesa. He a negada. Dajile sano. Dajile sanoni. Nolana e dota. Jula su long. Doda gala su tlani. Nolana gaskilan. Doda giskalan. No. Doda giskalchi. Agaliska no. Dagali sole. Dagali sole tlidole. Sina awadlana da de hesti. Eji utlan dajigoli noguno dajitlan osta nidukatiskan ige sesti siga dajayohu sele. Okay, so hopefully you remember what all of those were. If not, you can go back one lesson. You can listen to the entire lesson again and get those words, and then come back and listen to it again. So now we're going to look at this one. This is a really short one. So we're going to do this one right here. And this is Dot and Ditto. Those are the names of the two. I think they were twins, if I remember correctly. I don't know. They're about the same age. So anyway, we're going to go through. It's just a one-page little comic, so there's not a lot of vocabulary in it. So we'll make our way through. So let's read through it together slowly. And then we'll kind of take it apart, okay? So we'll start right here. So, da tli, na no, di doti. Nis, na nusti, kasi, a jo tosti. Ostaka ijalidane. Ayano aliyesuwagu. Niga kasi. Udadatli. Klesti ahani gal jode ya jotaskesti. Udadatli klesti ahani doya ya jotaskesti skinai. Danali idike, and then all squat down. Okay, so let's try to read it here on the page so we can kind of see the pictures as we go, okay? So, udadatli na no di doti. Nis nanusti kasi ajotasti. Ostaka ijalidane. Ayano aliyesuwawu. Niga kasi. Udadatli Klesti ahani gal jode ya jo toskesti. Udadatli klesti ahani doya ya jo toskesti unskinai. Then she looks at it, and then she goes back and she says, Danali i dike. And then I'll squat down. Okay, so let's go through it. So how much of that were you able to already understand? How much of that made sense to you? Either you could figure it out through the context of looking at the pictures, or they were words that you were already kind of familiar with. So hopefully there were at least one or two words in there, and if there were more, that's great, okay? So let's make our way through this page, all right? So the title of it says, Udadatli na no di doti, okay, and that's dot, or ditto, or dot, and then ditto, right? Didodi, didod, didod, ditto, which is just a cognate. And then, of course, we know already that udadatli is a dot, right? Or a spot. Okay? And then she says, niece, and in this case it means look, okay? Usually people just say ni, right? But she said niece. Na nusti, this thing, kasi, that I got, okay? So look at this thing I got. Look at what I got, okay? Ajo tosti. Okay, something to blow on. Ajo tosti. Okay? Ajo tosti, and so that's a whistle. Okay? Ajo tosti is the word for a whistle. Some people also use that word for a flute. Okay, so just so you're aware, ajo tosti, and it's because you blow into it. Okay? And so then Ostaka. Ostaka. That means it's really good. Ijaltane. Like, you know, it's really good what you got, you know, ijaltane. And then ayano, then myself, al Yeshua, gu, just a ring, okay? We learned a different word, I believe when we did maybe Cherokee 3, might have been Cherokee 2, al Yesustawa, right, is a ring, and it's the same word, al Yesuwa, right? It's just a little bit shorter word. It's the same thing, okay? And then the gu is just, al Yesuwa, okay? Just a ring. Nigal is all, all that I got, okay? And so then we see in this one, she said, she's blowing it in the house, and then her mom, Losi, says, udadatli, udadatli. Klesti, don't. Ahani, in here. Gal jode, the house. So not here in the house. Ya jo toskesti, be blowing it. Okay? So don't be blowing it here in the house. Klesti ahan gal jode, ya jo toskest. So she goes outside and she's blowing it there. And then, of course, CEO, her dad, says, udadatli, klesti ahan doya. Yajo ta skesti skinai. Okay? So this says don't here outside be blowing on it either. Okay? So don't be blowing on it out here either. So she looks at it, and here she thought she was so excited because she'd gotten a whistle, you know, and her poor brother just got a plain little ring. So she looks at it and she goes to him and she says, Danali edi ke, okay? Danali edi means do we trade them, okay? And then ke or not. So she's asking, you know, do you want to trade with me, okay? Danali edi ke. Okay, it's like, do we trade or not? Danali edi ke. And then al squat, end, the end, right? And that's right here at the bottom, which I didn't notice for the longest time that it was even there. But now we know it's there, and so now we can use it, okay? So let's take just a couple seconds, and we will, like I said, this was a really fairly easy one. Most of it was pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot in it that was kind of weird or anything like that. Probably most of it, once I explained it to you, probably most of it you were like, oh yeah, okay, I see what's going on, right? So let's go ahead and we'll read through it a few times, fairly slowly, okay? It says, U da da tli, na no, di do di, nis, na nu sti kasi, ajo tasti. Ostaka ijal dane. Ayano al Yesu wagwu niga kasi. Udadatli klesti ahani gal jode ya jo taskesti. Udadatli klesti ahani doya ya jo taskesti skinai. Danali idike. Danali idike. All squat. All squatta. Okay. Let's do it one more time, a little bit faster. U da da tli na no di do di. Nis na nu sti kasi ajo ta sti. O sta ka ijali dan ijal dane. Ayano al suye wagwu niga kasi. U da da tli klesti ahani gal cholde yajo taskesti. U da da tli klesti ahani doya yajo taskesti skin. Danali edi ke. I'll squat. Okay? So let's go and let's do one more. And then if we have time, we'll go back through and we'll pick out words that I would really think would be beneficial for you. All right? So we're going to do this one. This one's a little bit longer. Okay? But again, not super difficult to read. There are some things in here that might be hard for you, but I'll read through the whole thing, and then we'll go back through and we'll pick it apart. So, because I kind of feel like that's where we are in our acquisition. So, we'll start right up here with the title, and then we'll move on. Okay. U da da kli, ale di do di, na gal jo de e dasti. Agaski, jihanagi, kila ihe dola I, uwagi di sa, uwagi di sa I. Tlaka, doyimu, gaye dasti, yigi, kohi iga. Agwan tata, tlana, gohusti. Yidonanelo heska. Yidonanel heska. Yidonanelo heska. Gadonha usti. Nihida, that should be he. So let's quickly, we will fix that. So hang on just a second. Give me just a minute. Let's see. Okay. So I think now, there we go. Okay. So nihida, higanakti, higi. Ayano, agwadaji, awejino, agehuja, judanile, uhudla, uniyiski. Edoda, uligwe, is that gu? Uligwe tau, ulgwe tawo. See, I'm not used to saying it that way. It's slightly different. Ulgwe tawo. Jalgwe du gesti. He ano gaskilo. Jalstan tlusti yigi. He ano jajo doti. Okay. Osta no wu dagesi. Digayanis gesti. Agiyela sesti. Osio higanakti. Agehuja adanil aligas yiteno. Aliwus yiteno. Yinawu uhudla uniyiska. Tlagu gugiyelahi. Tla Calcio de Yagedo. All squat. Okay. So I was trying to think all squat too. All See, to me, when we'll get there. When we get there, we'll talk about it. Okay. So let's go back through, and we'll make our way through the story. So again, different communities have different ways of saying things. Just whatever you're used to hearing. Of course, first dot ale and and I did this wrong. So here it just says DD, right? It just says DD. Ditto, right? Ditto. But uno galcho de edaste. So una means like and there. Galcho de, the house. Edaste. To go. So to go to the house is kind of what it says here. Agoski. And that's rain, right? We're usually used to hearing agoska. Either way is perfectly fine. Agoski. Okay. Agoski. Jihanigi. Okay. This is like go away. Jihanigi. Leave. Jihanigi. Kila. Later. Ihedolai. You come back. Okay. Ubaki san. That's in the future. So kila later. Ihedolai. Come back. Uwaki in the future. So come back later in the future. Okay. Clacan, like really no. Okay. Doyiwo, okay. Just outside. Okay. Gaye dosti. Me to go out. Yiki is just the finishing of can't. Okay, kohiiga, today. So clacan, really not. Doyiwo, outside. Gaye dasti, me to go. Yiki, can't. In this case, kohiiga, today. So I really can't go outside today. Okay. And so then down here she says, Akwantata. She's like, I know. Klana. Gohusti. Why not? Something. Ye don't anelo heska. Why don't we play? Okay. And so he says, Gadoha ust, like, what? You know, Gadoha ust, like, what thing? You know, what thing are we going to play? Okay, so let's read through this page a couple times, okay? So, udadatli, ale di doti, una galcho de edaste. So, dot and ditto in going to the house. Agoski, Jihanigi, Kila, Ihedolai, Uwaki di sai. So rain, get out of here. Later, come back in the future. Come back later in the future. Tlakan, doyiwo, gaye da stin yigi kohigan. So I really can't go outside today. Aguantata plana go husti Yi donane lo heska. So why don't we play something? Katonha ust what? All right, let's go through this one. Okay, it says Nihita aganakti. That one took me a while to read because I'm used to reading it spelled a different way. So higanakti yigi. Okay, let's just go through that. Nihita, you, higanakti, you a doctor, yigi, be. So you be a doctor. Okay? Nihita aganakti yigi. Ayano, and then I, agwa daji. This is a really interesting word. It's like, agwa daji is like, I'll be a mom. Agwa daji. So you can see that word eji, right? Right? So she's saying, and then I am going to be a mom. Uwejino, and then, or agwejino, and then my kid, agehuja, that's a girl, my daughter, right? Judanile, that's sick. Uhudla, we know that word for cold. Uhudla, uniyishki. She caught a cold. She's sick, caught a cold. That is sick, caught a cold. Okay. So nihita higinakti yik. So you be a doctor. Ayano agwadaji. And then I will be a mom. Agwejino, and then my agwejino, I'll get huge. Then my daughter, Judanile, that's sick. Uhudla uniyiski. She caught a cold. Then she goes on and she says, Edota ulquetawo. Okay? Edota, dad. Ulquetawo is a hat, his hat. Okay? Ulsquetawo is what I would say. Ulsquetawo. So dad's hat, Edota ulsquetawo. Jal squedu gesti. You're going to wear his hat. Jal squedu gesti. Okay? I would say jal squedu gest. Okay? Means you're going to put his hat on. Okay? He ano this gaskilo, this chair. Jalstan tlusti means Jalstan tlusti is where you sit, okay? So you'll sit here, yiki. Okay? So this chair is where you're going to sit. Okay? Jalstan tlusti yiki. He ano jajo doti. Okay, and this is your jajo doti, your car. This is your car. Okay, and so then she goes. Osta, good. Nogu dages. Okay, now I'm going to leave. Dages. Now I'm going to go. Okay. Digayani skesti. I'm going to call you. Agiye le sesti. I'm going to pretend. Okay. I'm pretending. Okay. So I'm going to pretend to call you. So then she has her hand up to her ear, so she's pretending to call. She says, "O-C-O hikanakti." She says, "Hello, you doctor," right? So, "O-C-O hikanakti." Hello, you doctor. Age huja, girl. Udanila is sick. Aliwas can. Yitena, if you could come. So can you come? Anagua. Now, can you come right now? Uhedla, uni skai. Uhedla, a cold. Uni skai. She caught it. So she caught a cold. And then he says, "Tlawu, no." Gagi is like I wish to say this to you, okay? I wish to say this to you. Klagal chodeya yaged. He's like, I don't go to houses. I don't go to houses. And then I'll squat, finish, okay? So I think this is probably a pretty typical interaction between boys and girls, right? The girls want to play house and they want to, my daughter is like this, they want to script the whole thing and I want you to do this and you to do this and you to do this, and boys could care less and they're like, no, that's okay, I don't want to do that, So I know when I was young, this was probably me and my cousins a lot, But so this one is a really good one, I think. It's fairly straightforward. There's a lot of great stuff in it. Let's read through the whole thing together a couple times. We've got about 5 minutes, so I think we've got enough time to read through it together, okay? So, Udadatli ale di doti una galjode edasti agaski jihanagi kila ihedolai uwandiki di sai uwaki di sai tlaka doyewo gaye dasti yik kohig aguantada tana gohust yidona nelo heska gadoha usti nihita higanak diyik ayano aguadaji agwejino age huge judanile uhedla uniyiski edota ulsque tomo jalsque du gest he ano gaskilon jalstan tlusti yik he ano jajo dotti osta nogu dages digayanis gesti agiyelans esti OCO higanakti agehuja udanila aliwus yitena yinagua a uhedla uniyiskai. Tlawo gugi yelahi. Tla galcho deya yaged. All squat. All squat. Okay, let's read through it one more time. Udatatli ale di doti. Una galcho de edaste. Agaski, jihanagi. Kila ihedola uwagi di sai. Tlaka doyiwo gayeda stiyik kohig. Aguanta de tlana go hust yidonane lo heska. Gado houst. Nihita higanak diyik. Ayano aguadaji. Agwejino age huge. Judanile. Uhedla uniyiski. Edoda usque tomo. Jalsque du gest. Hi ano gaskilo. Jalstan tluste yik. Hi ano jajo dote. Osta nogu dages. Digayani skeste. Agiye lanseste. Osio higanakti. Age huja udanila. Aliwush yitena. Yinagwa. Uhedla uniyiska. Tlago gagi yelahi. Tlakal jodeya yade yaged. All squat. All right. So that almost brings us to the end of our class for today. So I hope you really enjoyed it. These were two of my favorites, maybe because they were fairly easy to read. They weren't super difficult. There was some great stuff in there, you know, talking about calling somebody on the phone, talking about pretending, playing, doctors and catching a cold. So all of those are very important. Wearing a hat, he's going to wear, or you're going to wear his hat. Jalsque du gest, okay, you're going to wear his hat. So dages, I'm going to go. I think geda, I'm not. Well, tlayaged, I'm not going, right? Or I don't go, right? So there's some really, really good stuff in here. So I hope you take the time to really go through these and pick out the words that you think that you can use and try to add them to your daily vocabulary and use them with other people. So anyway, from all of us here at RSU TV and Cherokee Nation, I just want to say wadong and Shadoksas Dest and Don Dagon Ha'i. Thank you.